Hey, what's happening, you guys? I'm C-Los, and thank you for tuning into my channel, Pay Yourself Back, where the focus is always on mental awareness and spiritual wellness, guys. Today is another nice and beautiful, sunny, hot, and humid day here in South Florida, despite what is going on. I'm a little sweaty right now, guys. I'm out on a walk, doing my regular walk, but I'm kind of on a little nature trail, but shh, don't tell nobody. I'm kind of off grid. So guys, listen, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And to all of my subscribers, guys, you already know I appreciate you guys always. Much love. Do me a favor, guys, those are my subscribers, hit that notification bell so that you will be notified every time that I post a video. So what I wanted to do today, guys, while I'm on my walk, I'm a little I'm a little winded, a little sweaty, but let me see. I smell good. I took a shower before I left. I've already walked 2.3 miles. What I wanted to do today, guys, is I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the quality of life here in South Florida amidst this pandemic, this crisis, and you know what's going on. What I would also like for you guys to do for me as well is to drop me a comment and let me know how you guys are faring, how you guys are doing wherever you're at in the world, what your situation is like as well. So I would just say a lot of people, it's bad times, bad situation for a lot of people, guys. A lot of people lost the jobs, been fired, laid off. Smaller companies, you know, they can't keep up. What do? You gotta reduce your overhead. I mean, if you can't keep up, a lot of bigger companies laying people off as well. I mean, you know, beaches are closed. I rode by the Hard Rock, and you know, the Hard Rock just opened not too long ago, and it's closed. I mean, imagine all those people, from the housekeeping guys, people who worked inside of the casino. I mean, all the staff gone, done, son. Everybody, and don't know if they'll be coming back. You know, that's the sad part. You don't know if you're going to have a job, you know, when things get back up and running. But anyway, you know, share with me what you guys are going through. So let me just say, there is a bit of, excuse my language, guys. If you don't like profanity, and I don't like using profanity much in my videos, but there's a fair amount of fuckery going on as well with this whole deal. And I'm just gonna say it, I'm gonna be real. There is, and I'm gonna get into what I mean by that a little bit later. But let me just say, Florida, the unemployment rates here, obviously in Florida, I don't know about anywhere else. Well, yeah, no, I know about everywhere else. The unemployment rates here in Florida have tripled. I think worldwide, it's well over 10 million people who have applied for unemployment benefits. I think, let's see, a little bit over 500,000 people have applied for the benefits since this thing first started. So that should let you know something right there. Getting back to that part where I say there's a fair amount of misinformation and a fair amount of confusion going on as well. I went to Target this morning. I had to get a couple of things, so I went to Target. Line wasn't bad. I got there at 7:55. They open at 8. You know, I'm an early riser, so I get there, go do my thing, and then I leave there. Had to go to Walmart, so I get to Walmart. Now, mind you, I go to Target, and they have their distance, you know, social distance, and we have people at the door saying, you know, one at a time, this and that, all that mess. I go to Walmart. Before I even get in, the lady's like, sir, you gotta have a mask on. I'm like, okay. So I left Walmart. Then I went to Home Depot because I couldn't get what I needed to get in Walmart, so I went to Home Depot and got it. So I got to get to Home Depot, walk right in, no mask, no nothing. Explain to me how one place says you have to have it, and then the other place says you don't have to have it. Now this is Broward County. Now, Miami-Dade County, one thing I would say that the mayor of Miami Beach has mandated that wherever you go If you're going to CVS, Walgreens, Publix, you have to have masks and gloves. And gloves, baby. You know, we don't want this stuff. We don't want it getting on our hands, seeping into our skin and our pores. But anyway, so I was like, wow. So it doesn't make sense to me how one place enforces the standard or whatever it is, and then other places don't. It just don't make sense to me. So I was like, okay, whatever's clever, man. So I went and picked up my stuff, what I needed to pick up at, you know, Home Depot. Yeah, Pop Smoke and came on home. I see people out jogging, exercising, walking. So you see me, right? Look around. You see anybody? Even if you did see people out here, we're out in the open air. We're out in the open. Even if it was people running through here, there is, you know, there's wind, there's air. You know, I see people with these masks on. You know, when you're in a kind of doing any type of intense training, you know, I was in the Army for a while. Any type of intense training where you elevate your heart rate, I mean, you need as much oxygen in your lungs to get in your lungs as you can so that you won't pass the hell out. And as I said, you know, yesterday was in the 90s here in South Florida, and I see these people out and they got these masks on and they're jogging, they're riding their bikes, and they got these masks on, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, it's like 93 degrees. What are you thinking that you're going to accomplish? Are you afraid? That's why I say it's just the ignorance of people, man. Let me put my shades on, guys. Woo, kind of sunny out here. And when I say the ignorance, I don't necessarily mean I'm not bad-mouthing people and saying that you're stupid or dumb. It's just the ignorance, meaning that you just don't know. And a lot of us, some things you don't have to tell me. Some things should be common sense. But you know, common sense is not so common with a lot of people. I think the fear and the panic has surpassed the actual common sense. It's a you know, they used to say don't pass the common sense test. So I think the fear has surpassed just the entire virus. People are so much in a panic, and there's a lot of misinformation out there. People are just misinformed about a lot of things. But you know how people are. A lot of people are just, they see something, see people doing something, and then they do it, and they don't understand why they do it. It's just like you be in a crowd of people, you could be just chilling, y'all, you know, and then you'll see one person start running, another person start running, and now everybody's taking off running. I'm like this, me, myself, and that's the reason why I always preach mental awareness, spiritual wellness. Mental awareness, be aware of your surroundings. And what that means is that, you know, do your own research. Get a second opinion. I don't believe nothing that I hear, and half of what I see, less than half of what I see. And I'm not saying that's the case right now, guys. So don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I'm cut from a different cloth. You know, I take things for what it is. I've already explained that to you guys. If you guys have been following me, I see things for what it really is, and I question everything. I'm a why person. You got to tell me why. You just can't tell me this is the way it is. Well, why is it the way it is? I'm gonna ask questions, and you're gonna find out that most of the time, 9 times out of 10, when you become wise and older, you see that people, it's a lot of smoking mirrors out there. People will tell you one thing, but if you're wise, a lot of times when they're not honest, you'll see right through it. But anyway, guys, let's move on. That's just crazy to me. But anyway, I see a lot of people who are supporting the restaurants, and you know, they're ordering, you know, they're ordering takeout. I see a lot of people over here in my apartment complex. I don't know if they're Uber Eats or Grubhub. They're ordering food and they're bringing up food, and that's fine for some people. But me, myself, personally, I would never do that. especially after, even before this, but I saw, you guys may have seen it too, somebody posted on Instagram how they had a person that was in the bathroom, and the camera took a picture of them, and they were in the stall, and obviously they was taking a dump. They were sitting down, and there was a Uber Eats bag next to them. So I just cook my food. I just, you know, you do what you do, but I'm not the type of person, I would never do that. And that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't do it. I don't know what happened from the time that person picked my food up and between the time and what they did from the time it got to my house. Not to say they did anything, but it could, you never know. So, but hey, support those guys if that's what you do. I mean, I guess, and they're cooking the food. You don't know what they have. If they have anything, they may not have nothing, but they may have something, and they're cooking their food, and they're I'm just saying, just a little joke for you guys. But anyway, long lines at Walmart, man. Long lines at Publix. Publix is the grocery store, like, you know, it's like an Albertson Safeway for you guys who are on that side of the world. And so what I have learned in order to get away from that is to start going to some of the smaller grocery stores. You know, I don't eat meat, I don't eat any of that, so I have learned I just go to the smaller ones. I go in, get what I need, and come right back out. Ain't none of this waiting in line, 6 feet, all that stuff. They have that, but it's not so commercialized like you see with the bigger stores. And so that's what I've learned to do. So I would recommend the same thing to you guys. I noticed that a lot of people are unemployed, like I say, out there. The Salvation Army and the communities and the churches are coming together to feed people who have, you know, lost their jobs and who don't have food. So that's a good thing, guys. At least they're helping out. People are doing their parts the best they can, to the best of their abilities, until someone can step in and fix this issue if they can. It's going to be a while. It's going to take some time, but at least they're doing that. But I want to say to you guys, in my last video, I talked about what you don't know could hurt you, and I talked about eating healthy, eating clean. And so here's what I would just suggest and recommend to anybody, regardless of who you are, what your status is we know that they say that it is it attacks the respiratory system. Keep your immune system strong. I mean, eat clean, eat greens. You know, might be some things that you're going to have to change about yourself. Some of the things that you eat, you're going to have to probably start. I would just suggest you start exercising, whatever you can do. Because, you know, you want to have, even if you are susceptible, you come in contact with it, you know, you'll be a lot better off if your system is stronger than weaker. Now, obviously, there's some people out there who have underlying health conditions, obesity, you know, diabetes, asthma, cancer, things of that nature. You know, you definitely want to protect yourself. But I would still say to those guys, even start eating clean. You know, cut out the greasy foods, fat back, ham hocks, greasy collard greens, chili dogs. Start juicing more, start eating greens, vegetables, fruits, things of that nature. Keep your system strong. And I'm not gonna say you shouldn't have any problems. You may have, but I don't think so. I believe in you know, living a holistic lifestyle. I talked about in my last video, and part of that is eating clean, eating alkaline foods that are going to give you energy, foods that come from the earth, natural foods, organic food. Cut out the processed foods. That's just me. You can do what you want to do, but I want to show you guys something real quick. I am here. We're on. Let's walk over here real quick. I'm gonna show you. We're on the other side of the Intracoastal, and as I mentioned earlier, the beaches are closed. Check this out. See if you guys can see that. People are still out there. People are still out there on their boats, though. I don't blame them. If I had a boat, I'd be out there. I'd be out there too. But anyway, so if you can see over here, guys, let me come around here. If you can see over there on that side there, this is the Intracoastal here. That's a drawbridge there that takes you to the beach. And in between the Intracoastal and Hollywood Beach over there, you have A1A, which is a highway that runs in between. And the beaches, all of that's closed over there. All the way, goes all the way down here. All the way along the coast here. All of that's closed. Sad situation, man. All of it's closed. I was watching the news this morning, and they said that over 16,000 people in Florida has 16,000 cases and 371 deaths, and that's as of today, guys. It could change. It's going to change this evening, tomorrow, next day, but as of now, over 16, almost 17,000 cases and 371 deaths. You know, the way I see it, it's almost like The Purge. Remember that movie, guys, The Purge? But just without the murders and the killings. You know, I also saw on the news. Oh, that sounds like an iguana. You better go on. Yeah, that's what it is. Where it went. Anyway, so I also saw on the news, guys, that they said that something about there was somebody was out on a boat out there in the ocean, and they saw some whales, and then they made the comment. They said that being that there's people are staying home, and there's not a lot of people out, you know, the whales, or you see a lot more of them now. So, like I say, it's kind of like a purge. Some things to pay attention to. I'm not a person that. Well, I'm not even gonna get into that, but just some things to pay attention to, guys, that I don't know about you. I just noticed a lot of things. But anyway, you know, hopefully we'll recover from this pandemic sooner than later. I have been fortunate myself to be able to work from home. And so we're good. I hope that you guys are good as well. Oh man, I like this little pond. Let's check this out. Yeah. I think I might go take me a dip, man. Nah, shit, it's probably alligators in that water. Nah, it's not alligators in there. But anyway, guys, hope you guys are doing well. I don't know of anybody who has unfortunately caught it or suffering from it. I don't know anybody who's been laid off personally. But I know there have been people, but I just don't know of anybody personally who have. I hope all you guys are doing well. And again, drop me a comment. Let me know what your situation is, how you are faring wherever you are in the world. And I'm going to continue to do my exercise. I'm going to continue to eat healthy. I'm going to continue to bring you guys these videos the best I can. Obviously, I can't do the scenic places and stuff like that because everything's shut down. I mean, just imagine, you know, it's just, man, here in January, we were still in Fort Lauderdale on the Riverwalk doing stuff, going to Homestead. Now, can't do none of that no more. So hopefully we'll get better soon. Hopefully the situation will improve sooner than later. And I think they're starting to turn around already. But, you know, something to pay attention to, guys. It seems like to me that this is just the beginning of some things that's going to transpire, and I don't know if it's going to happen in my lifetime, may happen in my kids' lifetime, but something just ain't right, man. Something just ain't right. But anyway, like I said, guys, you guys take care, and thank you guys for walking with me. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for tuning in to Pay Yourself Back. I think that's about it, guys. I remember everything. With that being said, till next time, be well, my friend. CeeLos out, baby. Exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, man, I'm getting some texts. That's my mom. Hey, mom. I'll hit you back in a minute.